We live. Check it, Cabal.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
The brothers from GMS New Orleans coming at you with a quick lesson. But prior to getting started, we like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto
Yahweh by Shem, Yahawashi by Shem, Kakadash.
double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the whole field elect and those that cling unto the body. All right, and this quick lesson is gonna be real quick. We're just going into growth, man, growing in the word and understanding that before we grow, we have to understand that it's a process, and even Yahawashi had to endure through that process, okay? And he's done it not grievously. You see? So brother started me out with Luke 2:48.
Yeah, when Yahawashi was born, he came as a little child, which when we be reborn spiritually, what we do, we come back as what? Children.
That's right, brother.
All right. Though yeah, he was a young man. He had the spirit dwelling and descending down upon him.
Okay.
But yet it still had to be a process in where he got to his ministry, the way he teach. All right, obviously the teaching wasn't long, but he had to learn. All right, prior to teaching.
That's right.
So even Yahawashi set the path, all right, or the pattern up on how we develop wisdom. Then it grows in our breasts, and then we what? We give it out. All right, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Start at 46 about the shot.
You got it.
This is Luke 2, verse 46. And it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions.
Which part 3 means understanding too.
If
He was getting understanding.
That's right. If I can say this, okay, this was an account where Yahawashi's mother and father was looking for him. Okay, they didn't find him on the corner. They didn't find him playing basketball. They didn't find him, wherever else in the world. No, they found him in the midst of the elders, in the midst of the doctors. Okay, in the midst of men that had knowledge. All right, renowned for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And not only just sitting there, but he was doing what? Read that part again, now. The last part.
He was both hearing them and asking them questions.
So he was communicating. Okay, communication takes 2 people. Right? It's a conversation. You see? So Yahawashi wasn't just sitting there listening. No, he was listening and asking questions, inquiring about things that he did not understand. Therefore, he can subject them under his body. You see? Keep going.
Verse 47. And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers.
Keep going.
Let me hop on that. Even though they that heard him was astonished by his read it again out.
And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers.
Right, because Yahawashi is the express image of the Heavenly Father.
Okay.
So the reading there was astonished to be like, this young man, how is he even able to basically say these things? Like what spirit is on him? Right. Well, we know who his spirit is, right? But though yet he still humbled himself to learn. He was still learning as well. All right, go ahead.
And if I can say, at this time, Yahawashi was 12 years old.
Yeah.
Right. So he wasn't
an adult.
An adult.
Yeah, what I say today, but 12-year-old.
He was grown. He was a man.
Yeah.
But he wasn't in his full strength as a man. Right. He was just becoming a man. So it was a profound thing to see him giving the answers and understanding the things that he understood. And likewise, in this world, we see people from the world like just astonished at us. And through the word that Yahweh by Shem Yahawashi has given us. Keep going, huh?
Verse 48. And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou dealt with us? ? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing.
That's right. And she was asking Yahawashi basically, why you ain't tell us where you was going, or we didn't know where you was at. All right, and keep going. This Yahawashi answered.
Verse 49. And he said unto them, red letter, how is it that ye sought me? ? Wist ye not that I must be about my father's business? ?
That was Yahawashi's answer. Okay, giving his own flesh and blood mother and father. Hey, I'm about the business of Yahweh by Shem Yahawashi. Hey, the Heavenly Father. Okay, immersing himself in the congregation. Right, and that's the same way we should be. We should spend more time with the congregation, growing instead of being around in the world and regressing. You see, we around the body in progress. when you're away from this, you're regressing. Keep going.
Verse 50, and they understood not the saying which he spake unto them.
Go all the way to 52. Babaka shot. Finish it up.
And he went down with them and came to Nazareth, and was subject unto them. But his mother kept all these sayings in her heart. And Yahawashi increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with Yahweh and man.
All right, so that was the main part. All right, Yahawashi himself even increased in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and did what in return? Gained favor in the eyes of Yahweh and Yahawashi. You got something?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Right here to back you up. This second Timothy 2:15, it says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High.
Hey, that's a spirit you brought the word study out. Look at the word learning mean.
Yeah, study.
Action of acquiring knowledge.
An action though.
It's an action. So he was getting active.
That's right.
But it said it's crazy he brought that out. Study, right? Study means to learn.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Yeah, because in order to divide something, divide is a verb. Okay, you have to. That's something that's an action. Like we just said, it's an action. Being in this ministry, you must be active. Okay, or you will do what? Become stagnant. So growth is a requirement of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Now, don't get me wrong. You do have stages where, the Lord builds you up and he lets you, resonate with the things that you've learned and put those things into work. But even that is an active motion. Okay, just being stagnant, hey, you really falling by the wayside, lo and behold. Okay, so growth, and that's what we're harping on, growth, man. Go ahead.
Right, what the brother is mentioning, when it's time for things to resonate with you, it's called idle growth.
That's right.
See,
beautiful.
When people would think, well, I haven't been learning, I've been reading and studying. It's time to get in what you have learned, right? And that's why it got to be a balance in how you acquire knowledge and get knowledge. You got to learn how to get knowledge. That's something you got to even learn too. That's right. You can't just go out and have a bunch of notes and precepts and you got a bunch of stuff that been said and you heard it and you just like, well, I got everything, right? There's a system to learning. So as you be idle in the system, right? Because a car, case in point of what I'm saying, do a car work while it's idle? Yes. Yeah. You could turn the air on. You can do all the functions of the car. You're just not moving.
But it's ready though.
But it's ready to move. So as I just use that as an analogy so brothers can understand what is idle learning.
Yeah.
All right. Learning. It's a time to digest. Yep. All right. What you have intook, right? That's why that's what our spirit is set up for. Go ahead.
That's what I wanted to mention too. Because like I said, in the analogy of taking in this information, like I said, we're eating, we are devouring, this doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. But like you said, when you're digesting, your body is still working.
Yeah,
you already ate the food, but your body is in another process of digesting all, everything to continue to grow.
Right. It says learning. This is all in learning. Knowledge acquired by systematic study. So our spirits are set up systematically to intake certain things. That's why milk have to come before meat. And certain things, it's systematically done, right? You can't just come out here. You see brothers, I won't be like that, brother. It's not
they can't shove all kinds of
you can't, you just shoving everything down and trying to, go fast, right? Right. When you eat fast, you choke, right? So it's the same as this. It got to be systematically eaten, chewed, broken down. That's right. Going to your stomach, then nourished. All right, and then what? Devour it out. Regurgitate it out.
If I can say this real quick. All right, a baby. All right, because we're gonna get into that next. All right, when you have, you got the Peter, kind of brother got it. All right, when a baby finishes eating, what do we do? What he do? What he go to sleep? Right.
Go to sleep.
That's a time of resting to do what? To digest the nourishment that he's been given.
That's a good point.
You see? So in the same way, in like manner, our spirits are the same way. But go ahead,
well, that's what Josiah doing. When he eat, he goes straight to sleep.
Straight to sleep.
He just go to sleep.
They get milk drunk,
Yeah, he be milk. Yeah. I got a
With the
picture of
motto.
milk that I had motto over here. But that's
God.
what the milk does, man.
Right.
All right. The milk, what?
It's like-
Desire the sincere milk that you may grow thereby. Right? But it's levels.
It's a process.
It's
a
levels.
system.
Yeah.
Go ahead, finish that out.
And you can't rush the process. You gotta trust the process. Go ahead, huh?
Yeah, that was pretty much. I can read over. This 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
That's right. And real quick, truth. If you offended or ashamed of truth, then it's not the place for you. Okay, because we have a sure word of prophecy of truth of the scriptures. Right, all of these things we believe them in our mind. We have them in our members. Lord willing, the Lord retained it in us. You see, so it's nothing to be ashamed about. All right, understanding your heritage, where you're going as a people. It's nothing to be ashamed about that. The skin color of the angels and other secrets of the scriptures. There's no reason to be ashamed of that because these things are the truth, and that's why it's a process of breaking down the truth and digesting the truth. Therefore, you have a foundation, and there's no way you can waver. Any brother want to say something before I get the
right.
Right,
precept?
Just get the
Get
precept.
the precept.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. It says, as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. So,
Get verse 3 real quick.
if so be ye have tasted that, the Lord is gracious.
That's right. Hey, and as the brother alluded to, okay, we start off as babies in this truth, gaining that sincere milk, being in a congregation of great men, and that are giving us, those spiritual bottles per se. All right, mixing that spiritual formula, okay, and we're growing. That's why
They learn
yeah,
from their elders before them.
that's right. They was on the tip, if one may say,
Yeah.
the
They was
tip of
on,
wisdom,
on the breast.
the breast of wisdom.
Process within a process.
That's right.
And notice when you're on the breast, the woman breastfeed, if any brother's familiar with children, all right, when the woman breastfeeding, that milk coming out slow.
Yeah,
The baby trying to get it, but it only comes out, sister, according to what
speed that is needed.
yeah, it only comes out according to what our body produce. And that's the same thing. The baby can choke, but it coming out
Right.
as the body produce is the same way the Lord give you wisdom in portions.
Yeah.
You see
That's
what I'm saying? He'll give he'll give you a boatload, and then like, all right, cool out.
Yeah,
Right
That's
now,
right, huh?
now you'll just be like, man, I'm stagnant, but you have to just understand the process, man. That's what what we getting on, the learning. Even Yahawashi had to learn. All right, it just was to show us the way that what we would have to do. Everything he walked before us was only a prelude to show us how and what we needed to do. I got a
go
precept.
ahead, bring the precept, or we're gonna get like one or two more after you. And
Y'all got something over there?
Y'all got something?
Yeah. I got one.
This Sirach 33 and 16. This talking about Yahawashi. I awake up last of all. All right, because this is Ecclesiasticus, right? I awake up last of all, right? As one that gathereth after the great gatherers. Okay, well, this is Sirach, but I'm making a point. By the blessings of the Lord, I profited. All right, because Sirach is not Yahawashi Solomon. That's not the son of Sirach. That's not brothers just going search that, but I ain't gonna gather on that. All right, it says, by the blessings of Yahweh I profited. Now we wake up last of all, like you got men coming in the 12th hour.
Right.
All right. But by the blessings of the Lord, you profited. So the way that the Lord give you the learning, the Lord said, I'm gonna make you up a quick understanding in the book of Isaiah.
God.
All right. But you have to learn how to gather the understanding. Wisdom coming by knowledge and understanding. So in order to make wisdom, it's a pair, it's a combination of learning and understanding what you learn. That's wisdom applied. To be wise is the root word in wisdom.
That's right.
All right. But to be wise is to apply what you know. You haven't learned anything if you can't apply it. You don't know it. All right. It's safe to say you don't even know it.
Yeah, you don't.
Because you're not applying it. You don't know it.
Having just knowledge don't make you wise.
It don't make you wise.
No.
Right? It's wisdom applied. It's what you learned.
That's how you use that.
Yeah, there you go. That's what wisdom means. It's knowledge applied. Okay? So it says, I gather it as one that gathereth after the grape gatherers by the blessings of the Lord, and tread my winepress like the gatherer of grapes. It's the point. Consider that I labored not for myself only, right? But for all them that seek learning. Go ahead.
And that's the spirit we should be in. As we gather in this sincere milk, as babes, and brothers are elevating, being able to consume the heavier, meatier things. I don't gather those things for yourself. We're a body, all right? And just as the younger brothers coming up like myself, those brothers didn't gather, the secrets, the dark parables, the high sayings of the scriptures for themselves. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Slack it.
No, you good.
You're on, brother.
You good.
Learning is sharing.
That's right.
That's why Yahawashi said, I don't call you servants but brothers, for I tell you what my father is doing. So what he learned in Yahweh, only he got. All right, only Yahawashi got. So that's a whole nother level of learning. He said, I come and tell y'all.
That's
like
right.
I'm coming to, like what I learned and heard of the Heavenly Father. All right, I come to tell y'all. Right? So he didn't labor for himself only, but for all them that seek learning.
What benefit is
So-
wisdom hoarded up?
Even Yahawashi had to do that, man. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and we read the account for those naysayers. Okay, Yahawashi went through that learning process that we talked about. Now it may have not been slow like that, because we are talking about the Son of Man. All right, but hey, he went through that process. He walked that path for us to walk and follow behind him.
They got a brother. Do a brother got something on the comment board? You know how to
We
check
gonna
the
get
comment board?
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got it, huh?
I just wanted to back up that y'all brothers mentioned about that knowledge being applied.
Let me bring this out. Shalom, Yaikwa, brother. Shalom. Shalom to the people on the comment board. Yeah, he lighting it up. I'm gonna bring out a couple of that brother precepts before we get out of here. All right.
Yep.
This on Colossians 1:9. For this cause we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you, and to desire that we might be filled with the knowledge of his will and all wisdom and spiritual understanding. So learning is wisdom with spiritual understanding. And once you begin to understand things, you then can give it to other men. Basically, you can't teach something if you don't know it. You haven't learned it. Now, it is things we do learn, and we're not as eloquent in our teaching as other brothers, and we do know it. All right. But the total package of knowing something is when you can teach it.
That's right.
All right. That's all we saying.
Say that.
Right. That's what Amawad always said it.
Always say that.
Right. All right. Oh, there's yeah. Colossians 1:10.
Bring it out.
You could break this down, Kalaya, that we might walk worthy of Yahweh unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of our Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
Yeah, and when we read back in that Luke 2:52, it said that Yahawashi himself increased and did what? Please the Lord. So in like manner, we do the same thing. We walk in the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that we have been fed by our elders and apostles and brothers that have come before us to do what? In order to please the Lord. All right.
It said that in that 2 Timothy 2:15, show thyself approved unto the Most High.
That's right, because you're not doing it for man's sake.
Right.
We're doing it for Yahweh. Why Yahawashi sake?
Yeah, this real quick. You could break this down. It's Proverbs 9:9. Give instructions to a wise man, and he would be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning.
Yeah, and then say nothing about a fool or a wicked man. These things that have been given unto us from on high are for what? For the righteous. Okay, for men of understanding. It say a wise man, and it say what? A just man. In turn, it's talking about whom? The elect. Okay, so these spiritual bottles, if I may say, are set for a particular sort of baby, if I can say that. All right, until they grow into what? Into a spiritual man. But go ahead and grab this real quick, and we're gonna get you. And you got.
I got one more. Yeah, Quab got one more.
Yeah,
I just get this. Yeah, you're on fire. This is Isaiah 58:10. And if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday.
So what they think is feeding them with actual food?
No.
No, it's feeding them with the word.
Yeah.
It's spiritual food. And read it one more time, beloved.
Yeah, it enlightens you, right? Because obscurity brings you to debt. That's debt. That's debt. That's basically debt in darkness. Because nothing is productive in darkness, right? Turn all the lights off in your house and then be like, I'm about to clean the house up. It don't. Same as men's spirits. You gotta enlighten their spirits,
That's
man.
right, huh?
All right, the inner working. The Lord say, the spirit of a man is like a candle. He gotta light it up, man, so the man can start to learn. Cause we was dark and alienated. Matter of fact, get that. The spirit of the Lord is like a candle.
And if I can say this real quick, speaking on that that point you just made, even in nature itself, when an animal or a plant or some living creature has been immersed in darkness for a long time to the point where it does what? It loses its eyesight. Yeah. It loses attributes. Though one may increase, but it loses. It loses first. When you have things in the light, it does what? It gains. Yep. More things are added unto it. It doesn't regress. It progresses.
That's right.
Go ahead,
this Proverbs 20 and 27, what I mentioned. The spirit of the man is the candle of Yahweh.
Yes.
Right? Lightening up obscurity. Let me get that word obscurity. There.
Yeah, we the
light of the world.
This dark ass world.
Yeah.
And the Lord has set forth lights in the midst of it. You see? Go ahead. I won't get that word. That word.
I'm about to get it. I always go. Yeah, I always go into it. Go ahead. Yes. Bring out what you got, bro. I always go into that word obscurity. I just haven't went into it in a while.
This is Proverbs 27 and 17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend.
Does not when you put fire next to another fire, do it not ignite more? You see, so just as we just spoke about candles being being likened unto candles, right? Our spirits being likened unto candles. Hey, when you add on to a man's spiritual fire, it does what? It increases.
Yep.
In order for the light to shine forth more. Go ahead.
And even in order for us to learn, the man got to be full of light.
Yes.
Right. He can't. The elders and apostles have to have the spirit of the Lord on them.
That's right.
Or the man coming before you, the elders in your camp, older brothers, they got to have the light of the Lord. They got to have the oil of the wise, brother. You can't learn otherwise, man. Because there's only one doctrine, one faith, one baptism. Yep. So you can only be immersed in a certain water. It got to be the water of the heavenly or the Lord meant that he set up, man, and ordained. Otherwise, you're going to drown.
That's right.
Any other water going into men, they're going to drown. It's going to cut off their oxygen. Our oxygen is what we use to live. And the spirit of the Lord is what? Life in us, man.
That's right.
So you can't, there's no way to get around that, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
I got something back to that. Right?
Go ahead.
Let me bring out that word obscurity. It means dark, misery, destruction, and death, ignorance. All right. Those that are ignorant, they ignore the fact of learning.
That's right.
All right. They don't like learning. They allergic to learning. That's the best way to say it.
God.
You're allergic to it. You see? So now obscurity bring about an ignorance. All right. And it brings misery. All right, go ahead, brother.
Go ahead, bring that out. We probably gonna what you got, huh? Bring that out.
I gotta bring out that 11.
Because you made a point about the elders and apostles. We gaining that light from them. This is Sirach 6 and 34. It says, "Stand in the multitude of the elders."
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes, you got it, brother. Him that is wise. So unto the wise men. The men with them lights, in order for our candles, our lights to shine also.
Don't, Jake, when you got multiple candles, do you just keep lighting all along with the fire? You'll light one candle and then just pass it along. That's what Jake do. Jake will take the other candle and just start lighting the candles, man.
Individual lights, when they still around each other.
They still around each other. Yep. That's a good point. That's a good point, all right?
All areas of darkness being put out like that. And that's the beauty about this truth, man. All right, it started off with a couple of lights, with one light. And it's just like actual fire, like a wildfire, it has spread unto the whole earth, giving light unto the earth.
Mm-hmm. I got one more precept for choir.
And we're gonna get this.
That and we out of here.
That's it.
All right. This is Isaiah 58 and 10. I read 10. I'm gonna read 10, then I'm gonna get to 11. It says, and if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry, right? Because I think it says in Proverbs 25 and 25, brothers, don't quote me on that. I think it's Proverbs 25 and 25, that cold waters to a thirsty soul. Matter of fact, get that. Just so we get the thorough understanding. This is Isaiah 58 and 10. I think it's Proverbs 25 and 25.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 25 and verse 25, and it reads, as cold waters to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country.
Right, that good news is the Titans, right?
Yes.
The Titans is the gospel. Okay? So in that thirsty soul, as it says in Isaiah 58 and 10, and if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry. So we're using the waters that we've been watered with, all right, to draw out our waters to those who need the waters, to quench the thirst of others. That's why it's I labor not for myself alone, but all those that seek wisdom. All right. I went into I did a video that's saying the pure it was the pure waters of influence. Yeah. Influence means to flow in, but the water have to, so we're influenced by the apostles, the bishops, and the elders, right? That's the waters that flowed in them, through them to us. Brother, the Lord is using the same waters, all right, to water us, man. Everybody getting watered with the same spiritual waters, if that makes sense, because we got the same baptism, the same immersion, the same doctrine. Everything is the same. So the waters are the same. It's just abundance of waters. Abundance of water, like we did on cast thy bread on the water and you shall find it after many days. It's the same waters being what? From generation to generation. That's the right. Spirits of the prophets is subject to the prophets. It keep coming. It's recycled water, man.
The water cycle.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Bring out what you got, beloved.
It's
Oh no, I gotta read 11.
Great.
Verse 11, Isaiah 58 and 11. The elder brother Yahawashi put this on here. And Yahawashi shall guide thee continually and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be watered, shall be like a water garden and like a spring of water whose waters fail not. Go ahead, brother.
Ultimately being what? Increased, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately growing. You see, because what springs forth from a garden that's watered properly?
Yeah.
Fruits.
You
see,
increase.
Increase. That's right.
Increase.
Hey, and that's the whole purpose of growth. You don't grow for any other purpose but to do what? But to yield increase, to bring forth fruit.
Man, the spirit. Yeah, brother. I gotta get it.
Go ahead.
It says, I've watered my best garden, gets a rock 24, and him watering his best garden is watered through the ways of Yahawashi. All right. So him watering, he said, I water my best gardens, man. It's in Sirach. Maybe it's 24.
It's 24 and 31.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 24 and 31.
You gotta jump to the top. I think it's at the top, the one that I want.
No, the one you want right here.
All right, go ahead.
It says this Sirach 24 and 31. It says, I said, I will water my best garden and will water abundantly my garden bed. And lo, my brook became a river and my river became a sea. Right.
So we have the flow and the wisdom of Yahawashi by the way of Yahweh. All right. Because Yahweh knowledge and wisdom is totally like, come on, brother. We can't even begin to formulate that. His ways is higher than our ways, but he gave us an express image in his son, all right, through those waters to what? Deliver it to us, man. So when he watered his best garden, represent his 144,000 men, all right? That ain't talking about everybody. He gave them a portion of his waters. Yahawashi watered us and still had more waters to give out, man. You see? Go ahead, brother.
Hey, let me keep going. Let me jump down to 33. It reads, it says, I will pour out doctrine and prophecy and leave it to all ages forever. Going into that recycling process. These things are not new things created, but things in which what was given from the beginning. You see? It's verse 34. It says, behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom. And that's the moral of the story, man. We are gathering these things, these things that are sent from on high to do what? to pass it down to the next men that's in line. You see?
This at the top of this start with wisdom. And we know, according to the book of Proverbs 8, who is wisdom, y'all?
Yahawashi.
Okay, he's wisdom. Now, case in point, this is Rock 24. This at the top I wanted to get. Same chapter you in. It says, I alone compassed the circuit of heaven, this 24 and 5, and walked in the bottom of the deep, in the waves of the sea, and in all the earth, and in every people and nation, I got a possession. So in all the waves of the sea, and in all the earth, he got a possession. The people are liking it to the sea.
That's right.
All right, and in the earth, right? He could obviously, you know, he actually was over everything that was created. We get that, but more spiritually, man. All right, it says in the waves of the sea. All right, he got a possession of all the people. So because the people is his possession, any waters that's been coming from heaven is getting water through him.
That's right.
All right, it's coming through him, and it can't come the other way. There you go, man. It flowed through him, is what I'm saying. He's that pure influence of water, man. All right, of waters. Okay.
That's all you got, beloved.
Yeah, that's all I got. Let me finish this out in verse 12, Isaiah 58 and 12. And they shall be of thee, and they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach. And when the waters broke in the Katrina, it blew the levees breached. And what happened? The waters went everywhere. They spilled out and went everywhere. So the repair of the breach is basically like controlled waters.
That's right.
Now, once he put it back into those waters are controlled to go to only the elect. You see? Only the elect got these waters of rivers of living waters. That's it. That's it.
That makes sense because hey, when you have a breach, the water is not going into the specific place in which it's intended to go.
Yep.
You see, but it's going all over the place. And you look at 2/3 of our people, hey, they don't have the waters, the necessary waters that they need.
They're all over the place.
It's all over the place. It's not going to the designated area, which is what? Israel.
Yep.
You see, so that's why the repairing of the breaches is necessary, that they may do what? Drink of those waters, of course, in the kingdom. But the repair is going to allow them to drink of the waters and grow and prosper from it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yaikwa brought out one of my favorite precepts, man. I always go into that Proverbs 11 and 25. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that water it shall be watered also of himself. Right? So in 11, Isaiah 58 and 11 that he brought, he says, and make fat thy bones, man.
Bones.
The bones is the structures. That's the structure of you. So if your bones fat, you're prospering, brother.
God.
All right. You straighten your bones when you're working, right? Your muscles are intended, they're organs. If you don't work, they're gonna wither. But your bones, if you get the bone marrow, this truth or the structure of you, you're gonna be upright, brother. It says, the restorer of paths to dwell in. All right. The restorer of paths to dwell in. It says Jeremiah 6 and 16. Look at our forefathers of old and walk down in the paths. All right, that our forefathers was in.
Right.
So the waters did restore. It says the restorer of paths to dwell in. So our forefathers, those men who had those waters, we gotta walk in the same waters, brother. Not scared to be baptized and fully immersed in it, man. By the Holy Spirit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Get that, brother. That was it. Yeah.
Bring out what you got.
There's 1 Corinthians 3, verse 6. I have planted, Apollos water, but the Most High gave the increase.
That's it. That's all
So
the time.
then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that water, but the Most High that gave
Gave the increase.
And you have men that do what? That drop the seed. All right. Then you
Yep.
have men that come over.
Come and water it, soil it,
Yeah, you know, put all the soil around
plant it.
the whole thing, the gardening. All right, but it's of the Lord.
He watered his best garden.
To do what? To give that increase.
He watered his best garden. Why you saying his best garden when all the gardens, the Lord own all the gardens? Why you gotta say my best garden?
It's chief spices.
It's chief spices at.
That's
Which represent the chief spices are the apostles and elders.
right.
They're the spices that are higher than the other
Yeah,
spices,
because
man.
it's levels.
It's levels.
Levels.
It's levels of learning. Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say too, like that's why they put say trust in the process of growing, because they in the day on the Lord will grow us. Can't grow ourselves. Even we do grow, or we wish that that growing point, gotta give the Lord the credit.
That's
He,
right.
He
Con.
gave the increase.
Yup. You skyrocketed because of Yahawashi Yahawashi, man. Let's be real here. Because men like to boast in themselves. I got this. I know. Nah. Before we came in, I think, man, you did a lesson one time on the lake. I don't know if you remember, but before we got here, I ain't know a goddamn thing, man. I knew nothing. And even now, I can't understand how I know. I'm not even boasting. I'm just talking about the little bit I know. I can't even explain this. If I set somebody down and start to explain, they're like, how in the hell you got this? All I can tell them is, I don't know. All of us gotta say that. Like, everybody. Even, we can't sit here and be like, I got this because I was this. You can't do that. Can't do it. Right? You can't do it. So I gotta sit there and really be like, I just the Lord. Like, I can't really explain this to you, like, and really give you a thorough understanding of how we even speak the things we speak and say the things we say.
Is that Jeremiah or Isaiah when he said boast that you know the Lord?
In the Lord, yup.
Yeah, you can't
That's
boast
it.
in yourself, man.
When you boast, it said if thou boast in this, the Lord. You know, I know what you're talking about, though, brother. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, so what you had something?
No,
you just was looking.
Oh, I ain't have nothing.
So Lord willing, the point has been made. All right, and Lord willing that the sincere have been edified. Okay. So without further ado, we like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahawashi Ba'Shem Rekawadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, those holy men sent on high who are allowing us to grow under them. You see, and salutations to the hopefully elect and those that cling to the body. All right, shalom,
Shalom.
and a Bible ball.